It has been a busy time for America's 7th Fleet. The carrier group has crisscrossed the Asia-Pacific, called on to throw its formidable presence into the task of checking the rise of Chinese power.
We cherish the opportunity to partner with other nations in the region who also seek security again and want to keep the maritime commons open and free.
Whether spending billions building up its own modern fleet to include the latest attack submarines, or laying claim to disputed islands like in August, when it placed a flag on the floor of the South China Sea, China's assertiveness has alarmed neighbors.
They want to, in the long term, dominate the long sea lanes of commerce between at least the Malacca Straits and this part of the world.
As to who owns the world's busiest sea lanes, the Chinese say there is no dispute that the waters and islands, many of them off the coast of its mainland, are theirs. And despite recent clashes over territory, including in this challenge by Chinese fishermen off islands controlled by Japan, Chinese officials insist they are only interested in peace and that its naval buildup is not a threat, a claim U.S. officials remain wary of.
We watch and assess it. And certainly view it with some level of concern, trying to understand, because of a relative lack of transparency, exactly what their overarching strategic vision might be.
For now, naval superiority is America's alone. Analysts say that China remains 15 to 20 years behind the technical capabilities of the United States, but is fast catching up. Already, Chinese officials have made public plans to build a number of aircraft carriers in the next few years, a direct challenge to the dominance of America on the high seas. Despite being behind, Chinese military strategists say it doesn't mean the outcome of a future clash is predetermined.
As we said, Titanic, it's only an iceberg from the sea to bring the super ship to the bottom of the sea.
In another bombshell, U.S. naval commanders believe China is close to designing a missile capable of destroying an aircraft carrier from hundreds of kilometers out, promising to dramatically change the balance of power in the turbulent waters of the Pacific. Steve Chow, Al Jazeera, on the USS George Washington.